Hello, Immortal News family, and welcome back to our channel. In the last 24 hours, we have received the somber news of the passing of extraordinary talents, and today's episode is dedicated to honoring their memory. Before we start, we kindly ask for your support. If this video or the legacies of these remarkable individuals have touched your life, please consider giving this video a thumbs up as a sign of respect and remembrance. Thank you. Number 6. Most people like games, Wink Martindale once said. I never looked down upon the idea that I was branded as a game show host. That quote perfectly captured the man millions welcomed into their homes each day. Warm, joyful, and proud of the fun he brought to living rooms across the country. Wink Martindale, a true legend of American entertainment, passed away at the age of 91 after a courageous battle with lymphoma. He was surrounded by the love of his family in Rancho Mirage, California. For over 6 decades, Wink shaped the face of daytime television and radio. Millions know his unmistakable voice and smile from shows like Tic-Tac-Toe, Gambit, and High Rollers. He made contestants feel at ease and audiences feel like family. Born in Jackson, Tennessee, the nickname Wink came from childhood, and it stuck. His journey began behind a radio mic, spinning records and hosting shows across Los Angeles. But it was on television where Wink truly found his calling. Tic-Tac-Toe became a household staple, and Wink became the name everyone associated with excitement, fair play, and good fun. He didn't just host shows, he innovated them. With his production company, he helped bring new formats to life, including Headline Chasers and the cross-border hit, Bumper Stumpers. Wink also found success on Lifetime with Debt, one of the highest-rated quiz programs of its era. Off-screen, he was known for his generosity, mentorship, and constant support for young talent in the industry. In 2006, he received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. A year later, he became one of the first inductees into the American TV Game Show Hall of Fame. His kindness touched many. Fellow host and friend Peter Marshall once said, "Wink always brought class, charm, and heart to everything he touched." Wink is survived by his wife Sandra, their daughters Lisa, Lynn, and Laura, his sister Geraldine, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. He leaves behind a legacy of laughter, imagination, and unforgettable moments. Family has not yet shared details about a public service. The world has lost a familiar voice and a cherished friend. But the joy Wink Martindale brought will echo on every time someone spins a wheel, flips a card, or buzzes in with a smile. Tributes to Wink Martindale. Number 5. You could always hear the difference when Les was behind the kit. His drumming had clarity, power, and heart. These words spoken by a fellow musician captured just a glimpse of what made Les Binks stand out in the world of rock and heavy metal. Les Binks, the Northern Irish drummer whose playing became a cornerstone in heavy metal's rise, has passed away at the age of 73. He died peacefully in a London hospital, leaving behind a resonant legacy that stretches across decades of music. Born in Portadown, Northern Ireland, Les began his career in the early 1970s and quickly earned a reputation for his bold, skilled drumming. His early work with artists like Eric Burdon, The Band War, and Roger Glover showed off his versatility. He could slide smoothly from funk to hard rock without missing a beat. But it was his time with Judas Priest that secured his place in music history. Joining the band in 1977, Les didn't just play the drums, he helped shape their sound. His work on albums like Stained Class and Killing Machine brought a fresh intensity to the band's rhythm section. Fans still remember the thunderous feel of Take on the World and the haunting power behind Beyond the Realms of Death, a song he co-wrote. Although he left Judas Priest in 1979, Les never stopped playing. He moved on to other musical projects, formed his own group, Les Binks Priesthood, and later played with KK's Priest, proving his talent and spirit never faded. His brief return to the stage with Judas Priest during their Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction in 2022 was a fitting tribute to the legacy he helped build. Les was more than just skilled. He was influential. His precision, flair, and unique techniques set a new standard for heavy metal drumming. He inspired generations, proving that drums were not just background. They were a driving force. Judas Priest said it best. The acclaimed drumming he provided was first class. Thank you, Les. Your acclaim will live on. Les Binks is survived by family and countless fans who will continue to celebrate his music. His rhythms still echo in the heartbeat of metal. Tributes to Les Binks. Number 4. It wasn't just about the fame for Don. He did it for the people, for the spirit of storytelling. That's what made him unforgettable. Don Mlangeni Nawa, whose presence defined generations of South African television, has passed away peacefully at the age of 65. The news has left fans and colleagues mourning a man known not only for his talent, but for his grace, humor, and deep humanity. From early roles in theater during the country's challenging years, to rising as one of the most recognized faces on TV, Don captured hearts across all walks of life. He brought life to some of South Africa's most beloved characters. Many first knew him as Lakasha on Scooty Snacy, the sharp-tongued, charismatic loan shark in the classic sitcom that captured the soul of township life. He later became known as Zeb Madaban on Isidingo, a character defined by strength, dignity, and kindness. It was a role that earned him deep respect across the industry. He continued to shine later in life, portraying Thato Mokoena in The River and most recently, ruling with wisdom and depth as King Langa in Shaka Ilembe. Each time he brought truth, heart, and authenticity. Friends and family say Don passed away after a brief illness, surrounded by loved ones. His final days, much like his life, were filled with love and gentleness. He won a SAFTA for Best Actor and inspired countless young actors through mentorship. But beyond trophies and applause, Don was admired for who he was, a grounded, generous soul who uplifted those around him. He was a light, on screen and off, shared a colleague. He made us believe in the power of our stories. To his family, Don was a devoted husband and proud father of 5. To South Africa, he was a national treasure whose voice helped shape its cultural heartbeat. Though he's gone, his legacy lives on in every role, every laugh, every tear he inspired on screen. Tributes to Don Mlangeni Nawa. Number 3. She saw things we couldn't see until her words made them clear. That's how many who knew Jan Ships speak of her. A mind of rare clarity, a heart dedicated to understanding, Jan changed the way we look at American religion, especially Mormonism. She passed away peacefully at the age of 95, after a lifetime spent building bridges between faith and scholarship. Born in Alabama and raised as a Methodist, Jan never expected to spend her life steeped in Latter-day Saint history. But when life brought her to Utah, curiosity pulled her into a world that would define her career. Through passion and perseverance, she became the most influential non-Mormon voice in Mormon studies. Her groundbreaking book, Mormonism, The Story of a New Religious Tradition, explored the faith with fresh eyes and careful thought. It's still taught in classrooms today. She wasn't just a scholar, she was a pioneer, becoming the first woman and first non-member to lead the Mormon History Association. Jan's strength was balance. She asked tough questions without judgment. She studied deeply while showing care for what her subjects believed. That rare honesty earned her admiration from scholars, students, and members of the Latter-day Saint community alike. For over 40 years, she inspired countless students, especially women, to ask why, to look closer, to think bigger. Her legacy is more than what she wrote. It lives in those she mentored and encouraged. Phil Barlow of Brigham Young University said, The person and work of Jan Ships comprise one of the 10 most important factors enabling Mormon studies to eclipse its parochial past. Her influence changed a field and made space for others to follow. Jan Ships helped turn curiosity into understanding. She listened with care, she taught with clarity, and she reminded us all that respect and rigorous thought can exist side by side. She is survived by her family, her work, and the grateful voices of a field forever changed by hers. Tributes to Jan Ships. Number 2, to dance is to be out of yourself, larger, more powerful, more beautiful. This quote mirrors how Jean-Pierre Bonnefoux lived, through movement, artistry, and a boundless love of dance. At age 14, his journey began on the grand stages of the Paris Opera Ballet. By 21, he had reached the rank of danseur étoile, captivating audiences with grace and strength in roles across ballets by Balanchine, Béjart, and Roland Petit. His talent was unmistakable, his stage presence unforgettable. But Jean-Pierre didn't stop at performance. In the 1970s, he joined the New York City Ballet at the personal invitation of George Balanchine. For a decade, he danced with icons, building an international reputation for his versatility and elegance. When he retired from the stage, his impact only grew. He turned to teaching and leading, first guiding programs at top universities, then transforming the Charlotte Ballet into a national treasure alongside his wife, Patricia McBride. Their pioneering spirit shaped countless young dancers and expanded access to the art form for generations to come. Jean-Pierre also led ballet programs at the Chautauqua Institution and twice served as jury president at the prestigious Prix de Lausanne. As a choreographer, he created fresh visions of classics like The Nutcracker and Cinderella that reached audiences far and wide. Beloved as a mentor and admired for his gentle strength, Jean-Pierre nurtured talent with deep compassion. He led with heart, vision, and an unwavering belief in the beauty of dance to connect us all. He passed away peacefully at 82, after a life fully dedicated to his art. His wife, Patricia, and their 2 children survive him. His artistic family spans continents. In every dancer he coached, every company he uplifted, and every stage he touched. The Paris Opera remembered him as a great dancer and teacher, whose career inspired generations. And indeed, his light continues to shine in studios, theaters, and hearts around the world. Jean-Pierre Bonnefoux showed us what it means to live through art, with passion, kindness, and purpose. Tributes to Jean-Pierre Bonnefoux. News 1. Gene Hackman's home inspected for hantavirus. After wife's tragic passing, new details have emerged following the tragic deaths of Hollywood legend Gene Hackman and his wife Betsy Hackman. The couple, who passed away just days apart in February 2025, are now at the center of a health-related investigation involving the rare hantavirus. According to a report from the New Mexico Department of Public Health, multiple dead rodents and nests were discovered across several outbuildings at the couple's Santa Fe property. Betsy, a classical pianist, died at age 65 from complications linked to hantavirus pulmonary syndrome, a rare illness transmitted through rodent droppings in urine. Gene Hackman, 95, passed away shortly after from unrelated health issues, including severe heart disease and Alzheimer's. Environmental testing conducted in March revealed no rodent activity in the main residence, where the risk was deemed low. However, 8 other structures, including garages and sheds, showed signs of infestation, along with 2 vehicles and areas where live traps had been set. Despite the concerning findings, officials confirmed the primary residence was clean and safe for family members and responders. The Hackmans' beloved dog Zina was also found deceased in the home, while 2 other pets were found alive on the estate. The couple had been married for 34 years and lived a quiet life away from the spotlight after Gene's retirement from acting in 2004. Their enduring love and legacy continue to be remembered by fans around the world. Every time someone spins a wheel. News 2. Kate Cassidy reflects on heartfelt final goodbye with Liam Payne. On the 6-month anniversary of Liam Payne's tragic passing, his girlfriend Kate Cassidy has opened up about their final moments together, sharing memories filled with love, emotion, and an unexpected farewell. Payne, known worldwide as a member of One Direction, died at age 31 after falling from a hotel balcony in Buenos Aires on October 16, 2024. Cassidy, who had returned home to Florida just 2 days prior, spoke candidly on the On Purpose podcast with Jay Shetty about their last day. "We woke up in the countryside, had a beautiful breakfast, and went horseback riding," she recalled. "As I was getting ready to leave, I told him how much I loved him and how excited I was for our future. And he just smiled and said, 'Kate, you're going to miss your flight. You're acting like this is the last time you'll ever see me.'" That chilling moment now resonates deeply with Cassidy, who called it both painful and peaceful. A farewell that, though unexpected, was filled with genuine love and warmth. Friends, family, and fans have continued to share tributes to the beloved singer, including his sister Ruth, who posted a heartfelt message online remembering Liam as the person who could always make her laugh. Though the world lost a bright talent, the memories shared by those closest to him highlight a life of compassion, creativity, and deep connection. News 3. Cheryl Lee Ralph reflects on life and resilience. After scary car accident, award-winning actress Cheryl Lee Ralph is embracing every moment after surviving a frightening car accident earlier this month. Speaking with People, the Abbott Elementary star opened up about the incident, which occurred on April 7th when her vehicle plunged over a loading dock, leaving her with an injured arm and a shaken spirit. "I truly thought, am I dying today?" Ralph shared, recalling the terrifying moment. "But guess what? I didn't. I just got a beat-up arm, but I didn't die." The 68-year-old actress, known for her vibrant personality and empowering presence, revealed she's experiencing PTSD following the crash. "When the SUV pulled up today, I looked at it differently," she said. "That's post-traumatic stress. I recognize it, and I'm working through it." Despite the injury, Ralph continues to shine, even appearing on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert wearing a sling. "Life is short," she reminded viewers. "I say it all the time, and I really felt it that day." Ralph says she's using this unexpected time off to focus on joy and the things she loves most. "I'm going to enjoy this time off. I'm going to do the things I said I would do, and I'm going to enjoy them." Her message is simple but powerful. Slow down, be present, and never take a day for granted. News 4. Teddi Mellencamp opens up about Stage 4, cancer battle and her journey toward hope. Teddi Mellencamp is sharing a deeply personal update on her health as she continues her battle with Stage 4 melanoma. In an emotional interview with Nightline, the 43-year-old reality star revealed that her doctors have given her a 50-50 chance of surviving the aggressive cancer, which has spread to her lungs and brain. "It's completely out of my control," Mellencamp said, "and for the first time I'm really scared." Despite the heavy news, Mellencamp is leaning into optimism, crediting advances in immunotherapy for giving her hope. "Immunotherapy has only been around for about 10 years, she explained, "so when doctors say 50-50, it's based on early data, not the full potential." The mom of 3 also acknowledged the emotional toll the diagnosis has taken, admitting she sometimes struggles to stay positive. But her support system, especially her children and loved ones, keeps her moving forward. Mellencamp recently shared before and after photos on social media documenting her journey, including treatment-related hair loss. "Some days I feel really strong and like I can do anything," she said, "and other days I feel alone. And that's okay." With grace, humor, and courage, she's using her platform to raise awareness and remind others that vulnerability can coexist with strength. "I'm just taking it day by day," she said, "and focusing on the good." News 5. Tributes pour in for beloved actor Nikki Katt. Following sudden passing at 54, Hollywood and fans around the world are mourning the loss of actor Nikki Katt, who passed away at the age of 54. Known for his unforgettable roles across film and television, Katt leaves behind a legacy of bold performances and loyal fan admiration. Katt's career spanned decades, starting as a child actor in the early 1980s and rising to prominence with his role as Clint in the cult classic Dazed and Confused. He later gained further recognition in Boiler Room, Boston Public, and the hit sitcom Friends, where he delivered a memorable cameo in the episode The One with the Bullies. Though his appearance on Friends was brief, it left a lasting impact. Fans flooded social media with heartfelt tributes, recalling his scene-stealing performance and honoring his broader body of work. "He brought intensity to every role," one fan shared. "Even in a single scene, he made you remember him." Katt's final television role was in Hulu's Casual in 2018, and his last film appearance was in The Sitter, 2011. His sudden passing has left many in shock, and while reports suggest the circumstances, the focus remains on celebrating the talent he shared and the memories he created. He is remembered not just for his roles, but for the unique presence he brought to each character. Our thoughts are with his loved ones, friends, and all who were touched by his work. Young University said, "The person and work of Jan Ships comprise one of the 10 most important factors enabling Mormon studies to eclipse its News 6. Chrissy Teigen opens up about son Miles type 1. Diabetes diagnosis, he's a little warrior. Chrissy Teigen is sharing a heartfelt update on her 6-year-old son Miles' journey with type 1 diabetes, nearly a year after his diagnosis. In an exclusive interview, Teigen revealed that the diagnosis came after a hospital visit during football camp, where Miles experienced a severe illness that turned out to be more than a stomach bug. "He's a pretty tough little boy, but this really took him down," Teigen shared. After days of testing, doctors confirmed Miles had developed type 1 diabetes, an autoimmune condition requiring daily insulin injections. "We were thrown into a world of chaos," she recalled. "It was the hardest 3 months of our lives." Now Teigen and husband John Legend are navigating their new normal, balancing Miles' health while supporting their other 3 children. "We've learned to embrace the highs and lows," said Teigen, "and we're proud of how strong Miles has become." Teigen is also partnering with Sanofi's Screen for Type 1 campaign, encouraging early screening for high-risk families. "It doesn't prevent it, but it prepares you," she explained. "I would have loved to have made my mistakes on an orange instead of Miles." With support from their community, and even encouragement from fellow Type 1 advocate Nick Jonas, Miles is gaining confidence. "He knows now that he gets to help others. He really is a little warrior," Teigen said with pride. Her message is clear. With love, education, and early action, families can face this diagnosis with hope. Number 1. You made people believe that Scottish cinema could tell its own stories, beautifully, truthfully, and for the world. Actor David Heyman once said of Patty Higson. Patty's legacy wasn't built in flashbulbs and premieres, but in the quiet force of tireless dedication. Over more than 50 years, she lifted stories that might never have been heard, and voices that might never have been noticed. Born in Belfast and raised in Glasgow, Patty brought warmth, insight, and fierce determination to everything she touched. She began at the BBC as a production secretary, but soon rose to shape some of Scotland's most treasured films. Her work on Gregory's Girl became iconic. It captured the charm and awkwardness of youth in a way that still resonates. Earlier, she had worked on That Sinking Feeling, starting a partnership with director Bill Forsyth that helped launch a new era of Scottish filmmaking. She was behind Living Apart Together and The Girl in the Picture. Her producing work on Peter Mullen's Orphans and the Magdalene Sisters touched audiences around the globe. Each project carried her hallmark: compassion, honesty, and respect for the human experience. Her touch wasn't limited to film. On television, she guided major Scottish series like Taggart and Monarch of the Glen. Cardiac Arrest, in particular, sparked real change after drawing national attention to junior doctors' work conditions. In later years, Patty led GMAC, the Glasgow Media Access Centre, committing herself to mentoring new generations. Her leadership sparked creativity in others and opened doors that had long been closed. In 2018, BAFTA Scotland honoured her for outstanding contribution to Scottish film. Her OBE followed 5 years later. Yet those who worked with her say it was her generosity, they called her the mother of Scottish film, that defined her best. Patty passed away from cancer at the age of 83. She was surrounded by family and forever supported by a community of filmmakers and friends who cherished her. Her family shared, "We are heartbroken, but find comfort in knowing she is no longer suffering. The world was better with her in it." Patty Higson changed lives, on screen and off. Her spirit lives on in the stories she helped tell and in every hand she stretched out to help. Tributes to Patty Higson. Elaine saw Las Vegas not just as a city, but as a canvas for possibility, recalled a longtime colleague, and she painted it with vision, courage, and heart.